What is a HeartsLike game? I've been asked this question so many times as I'm making my own HeartsLike game, and everybody has their own opinion of what makes a game a HeartsLike game. So I decided to make a video talking about this newly emerging genre, its history, and what I think makes a game a HeartsLike game. Firstly, where did this name come from? It was actually first coined by Media Indie Exchange in one of their tweets when they were commenting on my indie game Luminous Realms, now called Luminous Nights, saying that we have entered the age of HeartsLike games. And I immediately loved the name, and I've been using it to describe my game and many other games that I feel like are HeartsLike. Now, what does the word HeartsLike actually mean? Based on the name, some of you may already guess the main inspiration for this genre name and where it came from. Similar to how a Souls-like is inspired by Dark Souls, a Hearts-like is inspired by Kingdom Hearts, a game that came out back in 2002. When the first Kingdom Hearts came out, it did some very unique things, mixing the 3D platforming and exploration mechanics of Mario 64 with the JRPG mechanics of Final Fantasy. You go explore different Disney worlds and fight monsters and bosses while meeting many unique characters and experiencing a very rich story that ends with an awesome climactic ending where everything comes together in an epic final battle. The worlds are filled with hidden treasures and secrets that require using your platforming skills to find them. And you also have to fight powerful foes that challenge your combat skills and push you to your limits. Throughout the game, you level up and gain new abilities that enhance both your combat skills and your platforming skills. But the big question is, which parts of Kingdom Hearts need to be in the game to make it a Hearts-like game? Is it the 3D platforming mechanics mixed with the action RPG mechanics? Is it the concept of visiting different worlds with their own themes and stories? Is it the cartoony looks and the 3D hand-painted art style of the game? Is it the idea of having a crossover of different franchises all in one game? I think the answer is a bit more complicated. I think some elements are essential to make the game be called a Hearts-like, and other elements are optional, but do push it to be more of a Hearts-like. So what elements am I talking about? Before we talk about that, if you ever wanted to make your own 3D platformer game, I have an Unreal Engine 3D platformer course for beginners that teach you how to make a 3D platformer game in Unreal Engine in just 5.5 hours. It's designed specifically for people who have never touched a game engine and who just want to get started and learn how to make their own games. The course teaches you the basics like player movement, jumping, camera, collectibles, hazards, simple combat, and how to make a level design and package up the game so you can release it to the world. You can click up here or below to get the course at a discounted price. Anyways, back to talking about Hearts-like games. I would say the main essential elements are the 3D platforming mechanics with the action RPG mechanics and a rich story. So firstly, the game has to allow you to be able to jump and do a number of acrobatic movements like double jumping, dodge rolling, and gliding that support you in navigating and exploring the world while also helping you in combat. Secondly, the game needs to have a combat system with RPG elements that evolve throughout the game, which helps both make you a stronger fighter and also unlock new ways of fighting and exploring. And the combat needs to not just be on the ground, but also extend to the air, where you can pull off cool air combos. And thirdly and lastly, the game needs to have a rich story with unique and interesting characters, world, and plot. This is the final cherry on the top that takes the game from just being a game to being an experience with emotional turbulence and attachment to the worlds and characters. This, in my opinion, are the most important parts that I always look for when I'm looking for a game similar to Kingdom Hearts. But then there are some extra elements that push the game to be even more a Hearts-like. A command menu, like typical RPGs and Kingdom Hearts games. Having companions who fight alongside you during battle and are also part of the story and journey. Having an item system where it rewards you for exploring, progressing through the story, and finishing side quests, and where you get things like potions, equipment, weapons, and story items. A colorful and reactive UI that tends to react a lot to your in-game actions, especially when you have your main character's face in the HUD of the game. Having character transformations that, for a limited time, enhance your abilities, giving you new abilities and move styles that make you feel really cool, just like the Kingdom Hearts drive system. Having flashy combat animations and particle effects that make you feel like an anime superhero. Having a group of monsters that you fight throughout the game that have a unique look and feel and are also a big part of the story, similar to the Heartless in Kingdom Hearts. Having big and theatrical boss battles with epic action scenes and moments. A cartoony/anime art style, while not necessary, pushes the same vibe you get in the Kingdom Hearts game. Having a classical style of music that gives you that magical Yoko Shimomura feel to the music. Having a story about friendship, light and darkness, good versus evil, with the hero's journey type of story, similar to many of the stories of Disney movies, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and Kingdom Hearts games. Having any of these elements would further push the game to be a Hearts-like. But just having these extra elements would not be enough to make a game a Hearts-like because they're missing the 3 core elements. because the main concept of Kingdom Hearts started off with Tetsuya Nomura wanting to make a 3D platformer like Mario 64 with the JRPG mechanics of Final Fantasy and the deep story that comes along with it. And for the past several years, there have been a bunch of awesome indie games that have started appearing that follow this Hearts-like formula, which makes me incredibly happy as my favorite game is Kingdom Hearts and I love playing more games like it. Here are some awesome Hearts-like games being developed that you can follow and wishlist if you're interested in playing games of this genre. And just a heads up, if I screw up any of these names, I'm sorry. Arbiter by Jordan Scott, which is the very first Hearts-like that I've ever seen that has been in development for almost a decade, which I've been following for many years. Sword of Symphony, a music-focused Hearts-like by Stephen Dungung, which is also making another Hearts-like called 000. How do I say this game? Oh, whatever this is, this game name. Luminous Nights, which is actually a Hearts-like that I'm making, that I've been working on for over 3 years now. This is heavily inspired by Kingdom Hearts with an Arabian story with themes of 1001 Arabian Nights. Blood Crisis by Moth, a 2000s edgy games-inspired Hearts-like with elements of The Matrix and Blame. Aethercore, a cool Hearts-like by Landstrash, that's giving me huge Final Fantasy VII vibes with its world and atmosphere. An Untitled game by DaikonOni, which is a Hearts-like with a heavy influence from Devil May Cry and Bloodborne. Eyes of the Sky, another Hearts-like with heavy influence from Devil May Cry by ISAo. If you're interested in any of these games, make sure to follow the devs making them and wishlist the games on Steam. And if you think I missed any game or want to share a new Hearts-like that's coming out, drop a comment below and tell me all about it. I'd love to see more Hearts-like games come out, and I can't wait for all these games to come out so we can all experience them. I'd like to thank my Luminous heroes: Sultan, Nathan Osworth, VA Star, Zender, Carrick Lamb, Maxter3529, Sharknips, Lonesome, and Strange Aegis. Thanks for watching, it's getting a bit late, so I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Would I like to see more Hearts-like indie games? Yes, can we please make this an established genre? Please. Please, absolutely. I need more developers inspired by Kingdom Hearts.